Guys, it's time for us to come back together because we need to go over these, make sure we understand that all of these are going to be test questions. They should have all looked familiar to you since we just did a review. So I have number one, I went ahead and worked it just totally out on the board, and also number two. I wrote that one out. So let's look at number one. How many groups got everything in number one correct? Got every single term correct? Number one. Just two groups? All right, good for you. If you didn't, do you see where you went wrong? Do you have a question you can ask right now about problem number one? I have my setup, and then I have my simplified answers here. What question do we have about that? That's a test question. Okay, number one. That's right. Number two, this is the answer I ultimately came out with. I did not write out Pascal's triangle. You could have all the way to the seventh row. I didn't write out the problem, but it's the seventh row this time. I instead used my C numbers. First term is 7C7. There's the second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. There's the one I want. So I typed that in on my calculator and got 35. I have my 2x and my 3y. I knew my 2x here would be 7th power, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd power, so that's where that came from. And then I add up to 7, and then I simplify. Anybody get that one right? Some of you, good. Good. Next question. All right. That's all I did on the board. Now, I want to hear an answer to number 3. So number 3, the answer I heard was 25,200, and I agree with that answer.
So it was.
Is there anybody that needs that answer explained?
Is it 45 times 560? Yeah.
No, I didn't write those numbers down. It's 10C2 times 16C3, so whatever those are, yes, it's more. We good? Guys? Good? All right, I need an answer to number 4. So number 4, the answer I heard is 0.0086. Is that right?
Yeah.
That is what I have. Is there anybody that needs that one explained? Nolan, how did you get that number?
We took 13C2 multiplied.
Explain that. Why did you take 13C2?
Because there's 13 diamonds and we needed 2.
Exactly.
And then we took 13C3.
Yep, because there's 13 clubs and we need 3. And what did you do with those two numbers?
Divided it by 52C5.
Well, just these two.
Oh, multiply.
Multiply, because it's 2 diamonds and 3 clubs. And then you divided all that by
52C5.
52C5. Perfect.
Yeah.
That is the setup. That is exactly right. Right? All right. Number 5. I need an answer to number 5.
1.814,400.
So run it by me again.
1.8 million.
1.8.
1 million.
814,400.
Yes, that's correct.
1.8.
Now, how did that come about? 10 factorial divided by 2 factorial, because there's only 2 repeating letters in there. So 10 factorial divided by 2 factorial. All right, number 6. You must have written on your paper for AC3. So we must have written on our paper 8 factorial divided by 5 factorial, 3 factorial, and those can be in either order. Okay? Those can be in either order. So then we have 8 times 7 times 6. Now, it's okay to stop right there, because after 6 is going to come 5, and isn't that just going to cancel all that out of there? But you still have this in the bottom, which is 6. So the answer is 66. But again, 0 points if all this isn't shown.
Oh, what?
Because you put 8 times 7 times 6.
Did anybody, number 7's a little bit different. Did anybody get an answer to number 7? Okay, 12. Let's just talk about that number for a second. What is the question?
It's asking you.
What is the question?
What is the probability?
What is the probability? Does 12 make sense? No, because we know that probability can't be bigger than 100%. So we can't say 12. Now, I'm not saying 12 is an important number in the problem, but it is not the answer. Everybody good with that? 12 cannot be the answer. Anybody get a different answer?
It's in 40%.
What?
Is it 40%?
It is 40%. It is 40%. Now, let's talk about where that 40% came from. We've got kids that like English and math. There are 30 of them all together. What is the probability of choosing a student that only likes math? Everybody likes something. All right, well, you've got 18 English and 20 math. Well, what does that add up to?
38.
38, which means 8 of the darlings like both. If the whole English ball is 18, and we got 10 over here that only like English, and this is 12, there's where that 12 came from. There's 12 that like math.
How'd you get your 8?
How many votes were cast?
30.
How many kids are in the class? Right, somebody voted twice, 8 people had to vote twice. All right, now the question said, I'm gonna reach in and grab a kid who only likes math. Well, there are 12 kids who only like math, right? And there are 30 kids altogether to pick from. So 12 over 30 is my probability. What I want, which are the only maths, over 30, which is the total. And that's gonna reduce 6 goes into there. That reduces to 2/5 as a fraction, but 2/5 as a decimal is 40%. And remember, you can answer your questions as a percent, as a decimal, or as a fraction. It doesn't matter. They're all the same thing. Okay? What we can't do is answer with a number like 12. Oh, and it's a probability. Right? Okay, one more thing to do. You should have have room on that paper to do this. But I need a volunteer to come up and find the third term of 2x plus 3y to the 10th. So here comes Trey, because he's a great volunteer.
You wanna go up there?
And what are the rest of you doing?
Watching?
No. No, we're not watching.
That's a horrible.
Sure, my pins are falling down.
Keep busy.
Yeah.
You got room on the table.
What's your little, your trick for finding the number? It was a silver.
Should have watched the video. Should have watched the video.
Sorry, I was
So it's 45.
You stay right there, Trey. I'm gonna let Trey teach this class. He did a great job with that problem. Very, very nicely done. So stand there and field their questions. You're doing great.
Can you start from the very, very beginning?
No, you can't, Nolan. You have not even watched any of the videos. You haven't.
I was here. I just forgot to do
Where
it.
are your notes?
They're right here. I just forgot
Okay.
it.
Where are your notes from the chapter? I mean, from when you took notes.
Where's my notes?
So look back at these problems. It's like notes. And where did we start? You guys need to start paying attention and taking a little responsibility for your own.
It's your little class.
He's not gonna reteach it to you. So yeah, you did great. You did great. Thank you, Trey. Really bonus point. That was awesome. He has the correct answer. Everything is perfect. Did anybody else get the correct answer as you were doing it on your own? You did? That's good. That is a test question, and it's one of the ones that is the most missed. But not by some of you.